What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel and welcome to a new gameplay series where we're going to be leveling a Paladin in World of Warcraft Classic on the Night Slayer PVP server on the Anniversary Realms. I feel like the longer this game goes on, the more of a mouthful some of these server and name and edition combinations are getting. But anyways, hope you guys are into immersion, ambience, and nostalgia, because that is primarily what we're going to be focusing on for this series. I've got the ambience and the sound settings and stuff cranked just right. I've got some immersive add-ons that we'll be taking advantage of, like AI voiceover and immersive UI. The AI voiceover isn't too bad on the Alliance side. I really actually like it, and we're mainly going to be using it just to listen to the quest text while we're running around the world so that we don't have to just sit in one spot and read it awkwardly in silence. But I'm going to jump right into things here. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. If you like this content, if you'd like to see more of this content, appreciate you subscribing, hitting the like button, comment, let me know what I could do better, what you like, what you didn't like, and let's jump right into it. We are going to turn our music back on, and then we are going to watch our wonderful Paladin intro here. First things first, we got to beat the initial leveling screen boss. Loading screen boss, I'm sorry. Actually look like it's moving quicker than normal new characters do.
The noble humans of Stormwind are a proud, tenacious race. Though the recent invasion of the demonic Burning Legion decimated their sister kingdom of Lordaeron, the defenders of Stormwind stand vigilant against any who would threaten the sanctity of their lands. Nestled in the foothills of Elwyn Forest, Stormwind City is one of the last bastions of human power in the world. Ruled by the Child King Anduin Wrynn, the people of Stormwind remain steadfast in their commitment to the Grand Alliance. Backed by their stalwart allies, the armies of Stormwind have been called away to fight the savage horde on distant battlefields. With the armies gone, the defense of Stormwind now falls to its proud citizens. You must defend the kingdom against the foul mongrels that encroach upon it, and hunt down the subversive traitors who seek to destroy it from within. Now is the time for heroes. Now humanity's greatest chapter can be told.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Awesome. Feels so good to be back in the game after taking a break. I've been gone for about a year. So I'm really excited to jump in and feel all the old feels. First things first, we're going to clean up our action bars a little bit. First thing I like to do is just remove everything here. Looks like I gotta rewind my quest guide here. Cool. All right, so we've got a few macros that should be set up already. First one is just a cast sequence Seal of Righteousness macro. What this does is actually the null in there just prevents this from spamming, prevents me from accidentally hitting it twice within a short period of time. And then we've got a Holy Light macro, which is a simple mouse over macro. I'll definitely make a guide later on going over all macros and tactics and stuff like that, but right now we're just going to keep it simple. Got a tell me when add-on, which is going to have a few icons that pop up down here based on different scenarios, which I will go over when the time comes. But for now, let's jump right into it.
I hope you strapped your belt on tight, young adventurer. because there is work to do here in Northshire, and I don't mean farming. The Stormwind Guards are hard-pressed to keep the peace here, with so many of us in distant lands and so many threats pressing close. And so we're enlisting the aid of anyone willing to defend their home and their alliance. If you're here to answer the call, then speak with my superior, Marshal McBride. He's inside the abbey behind me. Ah, good. Another volunteer? We're getting a lot of you these days. I hope it's enough. The human lands are threatened from without, and so many of our forces have been marshaled abroad. This, in turn, leaves room for corrupt and lawless groups to thrive within our borders. It is a many-fronted battle we wage, adventurer. Gird yourself for a long campaign. Your first task is one of cleansing, adventurer. A clan of kobolds have infested the woods to the north. Go there and fight the kobold vermin you find. Reduce their numbers so that we may one day drive them from Northshire. Egan Pelt Skinner is looking for someone to hunt wolves for him. That's good news because we're seeing a lot more wolves in Northshire Valley lately. If you're interested, then speak with Egan. He's around the side of the abbey to the left. That's true. I'm looking for someone to hunt me some wolves. Are you that person? I hate those nasty timber wolves, but I sure like eating wolf steaks. Bring me tough wolf meat and I will exchange it for something you'll find useful. Tough wolf meat is gathered from hunting the timber wolves and young wolves wandering the Northshire countryside.
Alright. Yeah, that was weird, my start attack macro. I couldn't get it to... I just wanted to show the regular attack icon. That was funny. Alright, so that icon that just popped up, I'll let it show here again in just a second. This is going to let me know that I don't have a seal active and I'm in combat, so it is really important for me to get one back up. So now, whenever I do have one active, it's just going to show me what the currently active seal is and how long it is remaining on it. How much time is left on it, rather. Yeah, I guess that's not going to work. I simply want to start attack. This one is for Blessing of Might. Obviously, we don't have that enabled right now because we haven't learned it yet. We learned that here in a couple levels. I like to hunt down level 2s. Just because it gives me a little bit more experience per kill and I don't have to grind as much later on. I always try to like shoot for one level above me if I can really help it. This auto attack or swing timer right down here, you notice it's got a couple little lines in it. That is for seal twisting, which we will cover a little bit more in depth as we get around level 20 and learn us another seal. Right now we've just got Seal of Righteousness, which does a flat additional amount of holy damage per swing. And then we will get Seal of Command at level 20, which has a chance to proc a larger amount of damage. Find me some level 2s. There we go. Paladins have a stigma of being extremely slow levelers, but they are not if you know what you're doing, and if you can optimize all the little quirks that they have to work in your favor, they can actually be pretty quick, and you can cut the kill time in half while still remaining fairly mana efficient. That's the biggest complaint you often hear about them, is that they just auto attack and they're so slow to kill stuff. But while yes, probably 80% of their damage is auto attacks, just from white melee hits. Once we get certain other abilities and talents, there are more buttons that you can press to speed things along. We just got a mail chest piece, which is awesome. I love the human starting area specifically because you get a lot of mail drops as warrior and paladin. Sweet. That is that.
Good day to you.
You've been busy. I can't wait to cook up that wolf meat. I have some things here you might want. Take your pick.
King's honor, friend. For the Alliance.
Sell everything that we can for these first few levels.
Light be with you.
Well done, citizen. Those kobolds are thieves and cowards, but in large numbers they pose a threat to us. And the humans of Stormwind do not need another threat. For defeating them, you have my gratitude. Adventurer, my scouts tell me that the kobold infestation is larger than we had thought. A group of kobold workers has camped near the Echo Ridge mine to the north. Go to the mine and remove them. We know there are at least 10. Kill them, see if there are more, then report back to me. I was asked to bring this to your attention as soon as you return from the kobold camps, adventurer. It appears to be a letter sealed with the insignia of Brother Samuel, our local paladin trainer. I wouldn't hesitate to read it before you go about any other business here in the Abbey.
Gotta set this up real quick. I remember setting specific triggers for my druid. There we go. Get it to show again. But what I really wanted to do was get this to be just a little narrower. Let's say... Whoa, that's not what I wanted. That's about right. I want to get it to where it's about the same distance from my tell me when icons to the bar. That's just me being anal. Could probably make it a little wider now. Welcome to my series on how to be obsessive compulsive about add-on positioning. That'll do. This is how OCD I am. Ready? Wait. This is how OCD I am about positioning. It's an add-on called Align. Or you can... There's a few other add-ons that have this built in, but this is like a standalone add-on that's just a grid for your UI. I get a little crazy. You know what else is driving me crazy now? It looks like this is 1 point to the right over this one. This is the last time. Last time, X offset 0. I don't know why I can't see it right now. That's not cool. There it goes. That's good. We're gonna have to grind up to about here or so that we can be level 4 by the time we turn in these quests, or this quest. So we might as well just keep on killing workers. We're gonna run in here real quick and see if one of the chests are up. Because if they are, we're coming back in here in just a bit. Yep, there's one. We're coming back in just a bit, and it might respawn somewhere. So, very nice. Got some gloves. Check the back just in case there are two. I've never seen two of at the same time in here, but you never know. Negative. This is actually better DPS than our current weapon. See if we can find a shield. We'll leave it like that.
Light be with you. Be careful. King's honor, friend.
I don't like hearing of all these kobolds in our mine. No good can come of this. Here, take this as payment, and when you're ready, speak to me again. I would like you to go back to the mines one more time. Your previous investigations are proof that the Echo Ridge mine needs purging. Return to the mine and help clear it of kobolds. Waste no time, adventurer. The longer the kobolds are left unmolested in the mine, the deeper a foothold they gain in Northshire. In the meantime, you should know one or two other things. You are a symbol to many here in this land. Act accordingly. The holy light shines within you, and it will be obvious to both your allies and your enemies. Also, as you gain in wisdom and power, you will need to train to learn new abilities. That's where I come in. When you feel you've gained some experience here in Northshire, come back to me, and I will teach you what I feel you are ready to learn. Good luck, adventurer.
All right, so we've got a few more abilities. We've got Judgment, finally. The macro that we're going to be using for Judgment is this one right here. So we're going to start attack, cast Judgment, and then immediately after we cast Judgment, we're going to cast Seal of Righteousness. If you did not know, Seal of Judgment is not on the same, does not share the same global cooldown as the rest of our spells and abilities. So we can, as you can see here, there is no radial dial spinning around whenever we cast Seal of Righteousness like there is on our other spells and abilities. So because of that, we're able to judge and cast another seal instantly in the same macro. Judgment does remove whatever seal that we currently have active. It judges the seal off of ourselves and onto the target. So we need to reapply it instantly. So we're using the same macro essentially as we have here, the Seal of Righteousness macro, the cast sequence, and this is going to allow us or prevent us from instantly reapplying another seal unnecessarily. So like in the case, if I go up and if I go judge something like this critter right here, I instantly reapplied Seal of Righteousness, but in the case that I'm spamming Judgment like I am right now, because I get a little trigger happy, it's not going to, as you can see, I'm pressing it over and over again, it's not going to instantly recast Seal of Righteousness until I stop pressing it for at least 1 second. As you can see here, reset equals 1. So if I do stop pressing it for 1 second, then it will allow me to cast Seal of Righteousness again. If I stop pressing it for 1 second, it allows me to press it. So just saves us some mana, and yeah, it just prevents us from spamming unnecessarily abilities. We also got Devotion Aura. It's a flat armor increase. We're going to keep this active pretty much at all times until we get other auras, but we also are going to macro this to a sword and a shield for when we're facing rogues or warriors out in the wild. It increasing, but sticking if we're in like concentration aura or something, frost resistance aura if we're fighting a mage or something like that, and then all of a sudden we face a rogue and a warrior immediately afterwards, being able to slap on a one-hander and a shield. The shield itself is already a huge armor increase, but then being able to tie it in with Devotion Aura, it makes us just extremely tanky when facing other melee specs. So we'll get to that later on though.
Recently, a new group of thieves has been hanging around Northshire. They call themselves the Defias Brotherhood, and have been
Blessing
seen
of mine.
across the river to the east.
That's the other thing.
I don't know what they're up to, but I'm sure it's not good. Bring me the bandanas they wear, and I'll reward you with a weapon.
Blessing of Might's the other thing we got. Let me see here. How about make a new group? Create a new group. There it is. All right. This icon here, we're going to... No, we're not going to copy that. We're going to go to missing buff, debuff. What to watch, what to track. Seal of Righteousness. Seal of Command. Seal of the Crusader. Seal of Justice. Seal of Light. Pretty sure that's all of them. Seal of Wisdom. And Seal of That's it. All right, that's all of them. So we just want to make sure we're tracking that when any seal is not active. So any absent is going to show notifications. We are going to add an animation on show. We're going to make this alpha flash indefinitely. This condition will be unit attribute. Unit is in combat. False. Icon custom texture will be seal of command to match our other one. Sweet. And we're going to split that into a new group. We're going to bring it right down here. And we're going to resize it to be the same size. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's going to be fine. We're going to leave it like that. Alright, we'll see if this behaves the way that we want it to. See if our chest is up over here off to the right. Looks like the mage is headed this way for some reason. Nope, no chest. So you can see we're going to start doing some pretty beefy damage here. We're going to start practicing judging right here in our sweet spot, because that's where we're going to want to ensure that we are seal twisting with judgments later on down the road. That's how we're going to start doing some serious damage. We're going to take on 3 of them, why not? Not even worried. Unless this dodges. It would suck if I got like 2 dodges back to back. There's a shield. Do we want to try it here? Just don't think it's better, because I think Seal of Righteousness scales with damage. Or scales, yeah, with the damage of your weapon. Slower weapon, higher damage. Also, having a fast weapon is not ideal for seal twisting. So Seal of Righteousness is doing like 3 extra damage per hit right now with the fast mace. Got some pants. Let's switch back over to the 2-hander and see how much Seal of Righteousness is doing per hit. 6. See. So pretty much the same DPS. Or even though this one-handed mace is doing 0.2 DPS more, The two-hander is still going to give us more DPS because Seal of Righteousness is hitting harder with the slower, higher damage two-hander. So it's not higher DPS, it's higher damage. If you could see here, there's Battle-Worn Hammer, the two-handed mace is 3 to 5 damage, and Small Wooden Hammer, the one-handed mace, is 2 to 4 damage. Seal of Righteousness is based off of the weapon damage. So higher damage weapons, higher damage Seal of Righteousness. That's what we want. All right, that is 12 out of 12. Turn these in. I think it's going to send us back to the mine now, so we can see if that chest is back up.
Hello.
Back with some bandanas, I see. The Stormwind Army appreciates your help.
As you can see, this one's 6 to 9 damage. Source Seal of Righteousness should be hitting
Safe travels.
much harder now.
You've shown yourself a dependable adventurer. Dependable. And not afraid to get your hands dirty, eh? I have a friend, Millie Osworth. He's in some trouble. She's over with her wagon on the other side of the abbey near the stable. I'm sure she could use a pair of hands like yours. Garrick Padfoot, a cutthroat who's plagued our farmers and merchants for weeks, was seen at a shack near the vineyards, which lies east of the abbey and across the bridge. Bring me the villain's head and earn his bounty. But be wary, adventurer. Garrick has gathered a gang of thugs around him. He will not be an easy man to reach.
Alright, so now our Devotion Aura add-on, or macro, will equip One-Hander and Shield and cast Devotion Aura. I think what we'll do is we'll start attack and equip our two-hander on our start attack. I hope if I spelled it right. There we go. Alright, let's run. Just do a sweep real quick. See if the chest is back up. And it is. Not much. Nothing good. 19 copper. Run to the back. See if one is up back here, and then we will kill laborers on the way out. Nope. It looks like Seal of Righteousness is still just doing 6 additional damage. Nice, got some bracers. What do we need now? We need the mail boots, mail belt. And then we'll have full set. May as well kill some more on the way out. All right. Might actually need to run over and empty our bags.
Deputy Willem told you to speak with me? He's a brave man and always willing to help, but his duties keep him stuck at Northshire Abbey, and I'm afraid the problem I have today is beyond him. Perhaps you can help me? A gang of brigands, the Defiers, moved into the Northshire vineyards while I was harvesting. I reported it to the Northshire guards, and they assured me they'd take care of things. But I'm afraid for my crop of grapes. If the Defiers don't steal them, then I fear our guards will trample them when they chase away the thugs. Please, you must help me. I gathered most of my grapes into buckets, but I left them in the vineyards to the southeast. Bring me those crates. Save my harvest.
Back to kill more Defias. Guess we can see if this chest is up over here. Looks like it is still not up. There's our boots that we need. If we go to grab these grapes, any nearby thugs automatically pull, so we might as well just kill everybody around. Might as well kill this one too. See, these are all gonna pull. Yep.
Work complete.
Alright. Let's run over here, kill Garrick Padfoot. Get his head. See if he's got a chest up behind his little shack, maybe. It looks like somebody was just over here, so if their chest was up, I'm sure somebody just got it. Yes. Rogue is actually dead.
Work complete.
Rogues do have it pretty rough at low levels, though, I will say. Before, like, they get dual wield, which I think is 10, they just poke stuff one at a time and everything. Sinister Strike uses so much energy. I feel for them.
Hello. Oh, thank you, adventurer. You saved my harvest. And I hope you showed a few of those defias that they can't cause trouble around here. We might be short on guards these days, but we're lucky to have heroes like you to protect us. Now that my crop is saved, take this great manifest to Brother Niels. He manages the store of food and drink in Northshire, and I'm sure he'll be delighted to hear that he has fresh grapes. You'll find Brother Niels in the Abbey, in the bell tower, where he likes to taste his wine.
Huh. Did they take that out for Classic, where abilities are activated on key press and not key release? I know that's something they put in the game. There used to be an add-on for that called Snowfall Key Press. That you used to have to download back in like Wrath, but I thought they added it in either Cataclysm or Mist of Pandaria. Why would they not put that in for Classic since this is the Legion engine? That's wild. Alright. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, we need advanced interface options. That's what we need. One add-on we didn't download. Let's go ahead and reload. Options. Oh, that's already checked. Okay, cool. Sweet.
How are you?
I was
You caught
wondering.
him. You've done Elwyn a great service and earned a nice bounty.
Greetings.
Once again, you have earned my respect and the gratitude of the Stormwind Army. There may yet be kobolds in the mine, but I will marshal others against them. We have further tasks for you. Adventurer, you are an adventurer with proven interest in the security of Northshire. You are now tasked with the protection of the surrounding Elwyn Forest. If you accept this duty, then I have prepared papers that must be delivered to Marshal Dugan in Goldshire. Goldshire lies along the southern road, past the border gates.
You need some?
Let's see here. Oh my, Millie's grapes have been saved. When she told me that brigands overran her vineyards, I nearly despaired. But my faith in the light did not waver. And through your bravery, we now have grapes for more wine. May the light bless you, adventurer, and keep you safe.
Gotta have that wine.
I buy and trade. Go with honor, friend.
That is it. That is the first part of the leveling zone complete.
Every adventurer should rest when exhaustion sets in, and there is no finer place to get rest and relaxation than at the Lion's Pride Inn. My best friend, Innkeeper Farley, runs the Lion's Pride. If you tell him I sent you, he may give you the special discounted rates on food and drink. Find the Lion's Pride Inn, travel south along the road from here. You can't miss it.
We're gonna run over to Stormwind and grab mining and skinning. We're gonna want mining to go with engineering, but we will keep skinning as long as we have free space in our bags, so that we can keep selling it. As soon as our bags fill up with ore and bars, bags and bank and everything, and we cannot afford to buy any larger bags, then we will switch over and start using up all that ore and bars on engineering. Cue epic music. Love it. Love it, love it.
Good day to you.
If you talk to anyone about wine, then you know we Galenas sell the best wine in Stormwind. And we're not far, still in the trade district along the city's lovely canals. Here, take this pamphlet. Bring it to my sister, Suzetta, at our shop for a complimentary bottle of our famous Pinot Noir. You won't regret it. We've been doing a lot of business lately. It seems like everyone is buying armor and sturdy clothes, almost like they expect a cold, harsh season ahead. But those are future worries. My worry today is that I'm running out of knitted clothing to sell. I need another load from our supplier. If you can take this request to Rima Schneider at the Canal Tailor and Fit Shop, I'd be most grateful.
How are you? It says here that Harlan's business is booming. That's good news, but I wonder why people have need of all that armor. I've heard nothing of open war. Is there something the nobles aren't telling us? Well, thank you for bringing the request. Here's your payment, and I'll see to it that Harlan gets his supplies. My son Thurman is an apprentice at the Larson Clothiers, in the Mage's Quarter. He was in a hurry today and forgot his shears and needles. I know a great adventurer like you must have important tasks at hand, but without his tools, Thurman can't do his apprentice work. Please, adventurer, can you take my son's sewing kit to him? Larson Clothiers is one of 2 clothing shops in the Mage's Quarter. It's the one deeper in, near the Mage's Tower.
Open for business.
Ah, so you've seen Renato? Well, here you are, sir. A bottle of our special Pinot Noir. You'll not find its equal in all of Azeroth.
This place is booming tonight. All right, everybody trying to get raids in before resets. All right. Let's go grab skinning and mining. Head to Goldshire.
I don't get too many skinners in here looking for training, but I guess I could teach you something if you're ready. I sell only the best gear, tested and true, and the prices are set. So if you want to haggle, then go find a goblin.
Bjorn to die. It's a good name. I like that.
Don't let the humans in the bazaar fool you, lad, with the subway those gnomes built. It's easier than you might think to transport goods from Ironforge. If they try to tackle import fees, just tell them you're gonna buy your gear from me.
Yeah? You interrupted me, so you better have a blasted good reason to do so.
Yeah, he looked very preoccupied. I'm not sure what layer we're on, but they said that layer 3 is about to get a Rend drop. This is a world buff. Just sit here for a minute just to see if it does pop. Doesn't look like it. Both heads are still up from what I saw. Yeah. Let's turn in some quests.
Need help? Light bless you.
Well, it says here that you've been awarded acting deputy status with the Stormwind Marshals. Congratulations. And good luck. Keeping Elwyn safe is no picnic. What with most the army busy doing who knows what, for who knows which noble.
It's hard to keep track of politics in these dark days.
The mine in Northshire isn't the only one with problems. I have reports that the Fargo Deep mine in Elwyn has also become a haven for kobolds. Explore the mine and confirm these reports, then return to me. The mine is almost due south of Goldshire, between the Stonefield and McClure homesteads.
Hello, good sir. Do you have a moment? My brother and I run an apothecary in Stormwind, and I'm here to gather large candles for their wax. Can you help me? You can get large candles from kobolds, and I hear rumors that kobolds are infesting the Elwyn mines, the Fargo Deep mine to the south, and Jasper Lode mine to the east. I suggest looking for candles in one of those places.
Rest and relaxation for the tired and cold. That's our motto. Please, take a seat by the fire and rest your weary bones. Would you like to try a sampling of some of our fine food and drink?
What can I do for you?
May the light protect you this day.
All right, so we've got 1 silver, 27 copper. So we've got enough for a single ability. I think we're going to go with Divine Protection, just because we're going in a cave. So caves are sketchy for any class.
Be
Divine
careful.
Protection is the bubble, the notorious Paladin bubble. So what it is going to do is going to make us invulnerable to all physical attacks and spells for 6 seconds. But during that time, we cannot attack or use physical abilities ourselves. So that is going to give us Forbearance, which is a debuff that means that we can't use Divine Shield, Divine Protection, or Blessing of Protection again for a minute. It's unfortunate, but if we need it, any of those things more than once a minute, then we're doing something wrong. So make sure Find Minerals is turned on. Totally forgot to turn that on. We are going to get our Divine Protection macro out here. This is going to cast Divine Protection. It's going to use a linen bandage. So for a little bit at least, while bandages are super beefy, while we're leveling, I'm going to prefer to use a bandage under the effects of bubble as opposed to casting holy lights. We want to conserve mana. So all right, we'll grab this quest
The
here.
kobolds in these parts sometimes carry gold dust on them. I could really use the stuff. Bring me a load of it, and I'll give you the best price in town. Best price in town. You can find kobolds in the Fargo Deep mine to the south, and around the Jasper Lode mine to the northeast.
I think we're actually going to call it a night right there. I know that getting into the quests and stuff tomorrow is going to be lots of skinning, so I don't want to get sidetracked doing that tonight. I can skin for a little bit off stream, skin and fish off stream. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Again, if you like this type of content, if you like the long form, long play, immersive, you know, not so much commentary content, then I'd appreciate you to subscribe, like the video, and comment. Let me know what you liked or didn't like.